China's economic model, often referred to as the Beijing Consensus, diverges from the Washington Consensus of financial liberalization and openness to foreign capital. Joshua Cooper Ramo introduced the Beijing Consensus 20 years ago, highlighting China's focus on equality, innovation, sovereignty, and national security. Although Chinese leaders usually deny exporting this state-led model, Xi Jinping has been more forthright, claiming it offers developing countries alternatives to Western model. Prominent leaders from Pakistan, Malaysia, Brazil, and South Africa have praised aspects of this model. Since Ramo's introduction, China's economy has quadrupled in size in real dollar terms, enhancing its diplomatic, economic, and political influence. China's model remains attractive despite recent economic challenges. IMF head Kristalina Georgieva noted that China's development models are replicated globally. China's continued influence is evident in its economic practices, many of which mirror other East Asian successes, such as Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan. All these economies emphasize exports and investment. China has maintained a current account surplus for 3 decades, with gross fixed capital formation at 42% of GDP, one of the highest worldwide. A closed capital account and low interest rates ensure cheap financing for favored industries. Distinctively, China maintains a one-party system and wields state economic power for collective national goals. In contrast, South Korea and Taiwan transition to multi-party systems while poorer than China is today. Despite the growth of private enterprises, Chinese officials maintain tight control over the banking system, with state-owned lenders holding over 50% of bank assets. Special economic zones, SEZs, have also been crucial to China's development. These zones offer relaxed tax and investment rules, and successful examples like Shenzhen and Hainan Island have inspired global imitations. The number of SEZs has surged, with the Philippines now hosting more than existed worldwide in 1995. Using measures such as current account balance, capital account openness, investment scale, export share of manufactured goods, state-owned banking system size, democracy level, and the number of large SEZs per person, we can compare other economies to China. Vietnam is most similar, particularly in exports. Australia and Britain rank lowest in similarity. Surprisingly, South Korea, often compared to China, has diverged significantly. China now shares more traits with Bangladesh and Turkey, which also promote exports but have multi-party systems. India and Ethiopia also resemble China due to their state-led banking systems. China's model reassures developing world leaders that multi-party systems are not necessary for growth. This perspective appeals to the global South, showing that Western models are not the only path to development. Despite recent challenges, China's approach remains attractive. China has intensified its promotion of this model. The Communist Party's International Liaison Department has strengthened ties with developing world elites. In 2022, its first overseas training school for foreign bureaucrats opened in Tanzania. Unlike the Washington Consensus, supported by the IMF and World Bank, the Beijing Consensus lacks international institutional backing. However, China's lending is extensive, focusing on industries typical of its model. Between 2019 and 2023, 76% of China's $541 billion in overseas investments and construction activity targeted energy, metals, property, and transport. Additionally, China's Ministry of Commerce runs 103 SEZs outside China, promoting investment in China model industries, potentially making host economies more Chinese.